So hello everyone, my name is Dian. I'm one of the co-founders of Crossmark. What I'm going to talk about is IoT and how fighting the climate changes can be profitable. How
It stops sometimes.
Hello. Hello. Okay, thanks. What is the problem that we're focusing?
Fuck, sorry. I have to turn it off.
That's exactly the problem.
Sorry.
No, so what is the problem that we're focusing is that the world is using the resources very inefficiently. One of the major consumer in every household is the heating and the cooling, and this consumption is inefficiently in 30%. Okay, so I'll get it done. What we do? We're a company which is created in 2016. We were developing Internet of Things products. So those here are some of our products. So what we do is Internet of Things solutions. All the development is done in-house. We're using proven software and hardware platform, and we're developing our products with two main purposes: energy saving and affordable price for everybody. What the products are, they can be used for gas heaters, for pellet heaters, for any heating systems. So basically what they do is you're buying the product, you're putting it inside of your home, so you have wireless temperature sensor which you can put everywhere in your house, and you have a controller which is connected via internet with your gas heater or pellet heater, so you can control everything from your smartphone, from everywhere. You have your schedule, you have you can do your optimizations. You don't have to run heating without if you don't need it. If you are not at home, you don't have to run it. So our products, it's quite big portfolio for 2 years, but at the moment the first two products that we released on the market in 2016 were BeeBoil and BeeBoil RF. Basically the BeeBoil is more for industrial purposes. So it can be used for automation and controlling of any industrial purpose, especially the one with temperature, so you can control any temperature process up to 100 degrees, from -55 to up to 100. The BeeBoil RF is the product for the home, for the households. So you have the wireless temperature sensor there, and you have the communication between the wireless temperature sensor and the controller, which is connected to the internet. The BeeGate is a product which is focused on garage doors, on any access controlling system, on any barriers or any processes that are connected to doors and to door opening. The BeeBoil X is something that is going to be on the market for next year. So this is a product which is basically removing all the controlling units for solar panels. So this is a product which is going to control your pump circulation, your temperature on the solar panel, your temperature inside of the heater. So basically it's going to control the whole process, and it's going to do it according to your settings. So let's say that you want different temperature range between the solar panel and that's a product range which is more for, let's say, house coverage. So A is for alarm, W is for water, and F is for fire. So yeah, you have fire protection, you have flood protection, and you have alarm protection as
And is
well.
it in the same unit?
Well, they're basically different sensors.
Yes.
Yes, but you have one controller.
The controller is
Yes.
the same.
Yes, the
Okay.
controller is the same, but they're different sensors. Okay, the potential market, every household with gas heater, pellet heater, solar system, water heater, I mean, the potential market is huge.
It's the
Yes.
yeah.
Okay. So what is unique in the products? Especially for the thermostats, the return of investment for every household is around 3 months. How this where this come from is from the savings, from the energy saving. So in the previous slide I showed that the end user can buy the thermostat for €69. So from the savings from the energy bills, what our customers are showing to the moment is that they're saving those €69 for less than 3 months. So you have very competitive price here. You can save energy, save money. You have entire IoT solution, or at least we're getting there, because we're still developing our product portfolio, and you can control everything via internet. At the moment, we have our plan to increase the sales for 2017 up to 8,000 is accomplished, which is good. We have target sales for 10,000 units in the heating season,
Yeah.
which is October, February. So we will see whether this is going to happen, but we think it will. And our business to business growing strategy is that we're using different national distribution networks and solutions. So basically we work with distributors and companies that are looking for their own solution, so we can easily rebrand the product and we can sell the product on different markets. Okay, so competitors, I mean, there are a lot of competitors, especially for the last 3 years. The biggest one, Google, Bosch, and Honeywell, but there are a lot more. I mean, there are a lot of companies trying to do that. Advantages: the product's high availability, competitive price, and IoT industry with more than 40%. Of course, this sustainable business-to-business growing strategy. Global
And
presence.
just the starts questioning. The question: what is user acquisition cost?
User acquisition cost. So
Yeah.
what
So basically, to get a client, how much does it cost?
well, that's
It costs €69 right now. This thing, right?
yes.
First, how much does the
€69? How much how much you spend to sell it?
to make the device first and then to sell it?
To make the device,
Yeah.
to sell it, or
Yeah.
only to sell
For me, it's to sell it. To make device, it's
Okay, yeah.
this
Yeah,
way.
just to understand the thing. So customer acquisition is basically you have the device. That's the price, €69.
Yes.
On the
Yeah.
€69, you have the production price, you have the marketing, you have the salaries of people, you have whatever. Okay.
Yes.
And then it comes to the client at 69.
Yes.
So the thing is, how much does it cost to get to a client to get to 69? Basically. So basically, what you're interested in is what's your profit on the product. Basically, if you're making it for 69,
What's the growth?
if you're selling it for 69, how much is the cost to produce one times 69?
Okay.
That's his
the-
question.
Well, his one was only for the selling part, but
Exactly.
yeah. For the production part, it usually the production cost plus the sales cost is half
Okay.
of the price. But the €69 is the price in Bulgaria.
Yeah.
I mean, you can buy this product in all of those countries, and the price is not going to be €69. because we work with different partners, and those partners are doing their own marketing. So we prefer to sell on a specific price to the partners, and after that dealing with the
An iPhone costs 1,000 euros everywhere on the planet.
yes.
So if you're called
Actually,
smart
no.
home, eh?
Actually, no.
No. Okay, we're talking in the Apple Store. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
it's not
talking
a
in,
country where there's
Yeah,
no
but-
apples.
but
I'm not
that's-
talking Hackintosh, I'm talking Macintosh.
I could agree with Macintosh,
So
but
an iPhone in the Apple Store costs approximately the same based on the fluctuation of the money of
Yes.
the currency, right?
Yeah.
So
no,
no.
no, right.
Okay.
Just pick up another example.
No,
whatever.
wrong example.
What else?
So okay, what's the price of the iPhone in France?
No,
1,000 euros?
Same.
About Samsung, for example.
No, forget Samsung.
No, we're talking about the iPhone. It's a different price.
So what's the price in Bulgaria for an iPhone?
I can tell you when it was launched. In Ukraine, Kyiv, the guys sell iPhone about 1,500 euros. So you have a 500 euros merged between, for example, New York and in Kyiv.
Apple Store.
There is no Apple store.
Perfect. That's
No
the answer I'm
Apple
looking
Store.
for. So I gave the example. You go into any Apple store on the planet, the iPhone has a price that's fixed by Apple. If your
No.
if your distributor in Ukraine wants to make a 500 euro margin because he has the monopoly in Ukraine or because he bombed every other app store that exists in Ukraine, okay.
Okay.
What I'm
Upstart,
asking
no,
is-
Upstart. Upstart in California and Upstart in Oklahoma, you will pay different price for the same product.
Yes.
Can you tell me why?
Because of the taxation system between the states.
Yes.
Okay, so there's a taxation system between the states and the US, but the
Exactly.
difference in prices is not what he's suggesting. He's saying 69. So you pay for the iPhone in Oklahoma 100 like this, and you pay in California 999.
Yeah,
so
but
basically,
you cannot play here because I buy it from him from 69 and put it online and will deliver it for.
no, he's talking
So-
about. Is it licensing you're talking about?
No. What I'm talking about is that this product can come in different shapes. So let's say that at the moment it's branded White Prosmart, like we are the company. But in some of the countries it comes in different brand.
So it's a license.
It's not a license, it's a product, but we're branding the product for
White
different-
labeling.
Yes, for different companies.
But
So
you own the label?
we own this label, yes.
No.
And we
No, we're missing the
supplying-
point.
we're supplying the other.
No, yeah, but if he doesn't own it, it's licensing. Sorry. So, one thing here, it's called in Bulgaria ProSmart.
Okay,
In France, it's called Smart Intelligent.
for example.
For example, do you own Smart Intelligent?
No.
Good. So it's licensing. Forget it. He is licensing his product for somebody to produce it under another name and to sell it. Do you control the marketing of Smart Intelligent?
No.
Good, so it's licensing, forget about your white labeling. White labeling is if I own ProSystem in Bulgaria, I own Smart Intelligent in France, and I am the controller, I don't know, I own this brand, I own another brand for the US, I own another brand, I own another brand. This is, I have different labels because every country has a different need or a different name. You want to call it cool in this country, you want to call it not cool in the other country, and so it is. But if you're basically selling me a technology and I own the company Smart Intelligence and you're providing me with this unit under my brand, you're my supplier and it's a private label.
Yes.
Let's get things straight. So it's a different business model. So you have zero control on the marketing of this company, which means if I decide to go international, I can put ProSystem out of the game.
Yes, you can.
So let's get clear. Okay? So I'm just sorry, I just want everybody to understand the business model.
Yeah, but,
So-
but you're going to get ProSmart
I know.
out of the business with
With your product.
Yes,
Okay, so here we're talking licensing.
yes, okay.
Okay, so this is for everybody to.
Yeah, in different countries is different, but yes, in some of the countries
Yeah.
it's licensed.
Yeah, I know.
So yeah, only 10% of our sales are in Bulgaria. All
Yeah.
the other ones are abroad. Okay, so what is the scalability? We have a successful product. We have more than 7,000 products already on the market and working. We have innovative engineering team from 5 people and marketing and sales team from 6 people. Cool. Okay, that's financial projections. 2016 is according to what has been in 2016. The company has been created in November 2015, so that's why I'm saying it's the first year is 2016. So that's a forecast for 2017, and that's a forecast for.
I mean, 2017 is already over.
It's already over.
So you sold 2,000 units?
Did you sell? Do you have 275 net revenue or not?
I need to check that.
Is
It's
it
not
closed?
It's not almost over because probably you're going
You
to
have 10 days,
agree
yeah.
because but working with distributors is
Okay, but do you think it is close to that or is far away?
it's close to that.
Yeah, okay.
It's not that far away. Okay. So the needed funding, what we are looking for 2018 is for 100k euro. Over here it says what we're going to use them for, what we're going to what we're going to give for that is between 15 and 20%. That's what we're thinking.
I think just on the white labeling thing, actually it's the reverse. So basically, if you're producing for a company, I said it wrong in English. I think if you're to put it right is if you're producing for a company, and this company is only buying the product from you under their own brand, basically it's like private label. If it's tomorrow I want to call my beer the Holy Beer, and you're producing my beer, and if I send you the package name, you put it on my beer, you're producing my beer. That's what you're doing with this, right? So you're
Yes.
producing for them under their name.
Yes.
Okay, so now it's clear. Sorry, thank you for the thing. So private label licensing is when you ask somebody else to produce your product. So nobody's producing it for you. You're producing the only product.
We're producing the
And
product.
but I can tell you I want it to be named the fun,
Yes.
the fun whatever, and I want to sell it in Lebanon under my brand.
Yes.
But you're the producer.
We're the
Okay,
producer.
so that's okay. So yeah.
Yeah.
The
Apologies
product,
for that.
the product has been certified here in Bulgaria, so it's
Cool.
according to the European
European
legislation.
laws, yeah.
Yes. And that's how, I mean, that's part of producing for other people, because otherwise they cannot do it.
100% I see your business. 100% everything is going to be connected to sensors. It's only a matter of time before your coffee machine will order itself its coffee on Amazon. Your fridge or your heater will tell you it's the temperature is this or that, or even will detect that you got out of the house because there is nobody moving in the house, so it will shut down automatically.
Yes.
So the question I have is, you made 2,000 units on your projection, on your financial projections. You made 2,000 units on 2017. How the hell are we getting them to 12,500 on 2018?
No,
If
he
that's
sold
your pro-
close to 10,000.
No, he said 2,000.
No, 2,000 of one kind.
2000.
And he is putting 12,500.
Can you go back? Can you go back?
Wait.
The
Where?
second
No,
line.
this is it.
Second one.
No, second line. Sell quantity Pro Smart BB oil units.
this is-
2000 and
yes, yes, yes.
2017.
So that's one.
And he wants to make. How many did you sell the last month?
Sorry.
No,
Let me explain my question.
Yeah.
My question is, this is for only this product.
Yes.
Yes.
How?
It's 2000.
Yeah,
No,
okay.
it's 2017.
Yes.
Yes.
How much did we make in 2017?
More.
How much?
From this specific one.
Yes.
What is it? People.
Yeah.
I think they're like 4,000.
Good. Perfect. How are we getting from 4,000 to 12,500? That's my question.
Well, in the same way, like we get from 850 in 2016 to 4,000
And how did you do that?
with more partners and with more companies. So basically what we do is we're contacting different companies. So we are contacting not only distributors, we're
Yeah.
contacting producers as well,
Yeah.
manufacturers. So they can implement the product in their products. So we're talking about gas heaters, pellet heaters. And I mean, at the moment we're talking with a lot of
Yes, yes,
companies. So if that's only projection for 2018, but it's a real projection. it's not.
It's realistic.
Yeah.
What's selling in your company?
Sorry.
You want to multiply your sales 10 times, right?
Yes.
Who's selling?
We
Who are selling? The person
Who are the people selling?
inside the team. Who are the person who can multiply sales 10 times?
Well, I mean, I can tell you the names, but probably. you
No,
won't.
I mean you have a strong, aggressive sales team inside.
Yes. And
Good.
it's not me. I'm not that aggressive.
No, but like, yeah, no. It's I agree with the fact of that it's a business that can scale very big.
It's a business that can scale very big, and that's why we're seeking for investment at the moment, because this business niche is growing at the moment, and is going to grow in the next 2 or 3
Okay. Is it-
years.
Your pattern?
Well, we don't have a patent.
Good. So my advice for you is choose.
Choose.
Choose between whether you want to be ProSmart or you want to be the guy who manufactures to people who order under their brand names. Because you cannot put ProSmart in competition with all the other people that will buy it from you. Because tomorrow if Honeywell comes and puts in money on the business to
Yes.
take you out of the business because you don't have a pattern, they will kill you. They can make it at 49 instead of 69 and they will kill you in less than 6 months. So choose whether you want this to become a brand, an application, a lifestyle. The same way people buy a certain brand, because now what you're doing is that you have a very cool product called ProSmart. So either be ProSmart everywhere you go on the planet and build the brand ProSmart and then patent it like hell and continue on innovation, or decide to be the R&D team that doesn't have a name and you go search after people who want to create this and then you manufacture for them. But what you're doing now is you're playing on both, and so one of them will, it's two wolves. One of them will eat the other.
I know.
Sorry, it's blunt, but
No,
one
no,
of them
I
will
know.
eat the other.
I know, but for a self-funded company.
I understand,
Yeah.
but what I'm saying is make the choice when you can, otherwise the market will make the choice for you and it might not be the choice that you want.
Yes.
You understand?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So it's a very cool product, it's a very good technology, everything is on sensors now. People are measuring basically everything. Like if you can measure how much air you breathe, you will measure it just for the sake of measuring. It's like IKEA. You go to IKEA, you take the meter and you start measuring everything, you know? So everybody wants to measure and control everything connected and stuff like this. Very cool product, very good technology behind it. Again, either build a brand and continue the innovative things and continue product, and we're selling ProSmart as a brand, or take the decision of being the best manufacturer of IoT devices in the world and be a research and development lab and let brands worry about their brands and let brands worry about what kind of products they want to put in their things, and they will come to you and say, okay, we need something that could measure this. Can you do that? You will say yes. How many units? This, we'll do it, we'll sell it. Nobody knows about you. That's the two side coins of your business, and I think it's sooner or later you will have to make the choice.
Yes. Probably it's going to be soon.
And
I
you
think
don't
sooner or
know
later you have to make the choice.
which one are you gonna go for?
Well, that's a thing that we haven't decided.
Okay,
Absolutely.
yeah, so on average, your device cost about half of what they're sold on retail, or
Yeah.
let's say if the retail price €69, how much does it cost you to make it?
I already
He
answered.
said half.
Half.
Yeah.
But for the wholesale, it's about somewhere in between.
Well, we're working with distributors, so we don't have that. I mean, we are not going for Facebook.
Yes.
How much does the distributor buy it from you?
Well, that
If it is €69, you buy it,
depends on the distributor. I mean,
Uh-huh.
all the distributors are different.
but on average they take like 10-20%.
You cannot ask him to disclose
Yeah.
his prices of distributors. What he can tell
Okay,
you,
so
I'll
somewhere
answer your
between.
question as a
Yeah.
CFO.
Yeah.
If you order 1,000,000 units, I'll give you a better price than if you
Yeah.
order 1,000. Good?
Yeah,
Show me
sure.
the money.
Yeah.
Stop talking bullshit, show me the money.
Um,
You want to make an order, yes or no? That's how you should
Yeah.
talk to a guy who's asking you for your prices to
Yeah,
your
sure.
competitors.
And yeah, I mean, of your expenses, let's say, yeah, you have the net sales revenue, so 275. So your profit, or did you make a profit in this year?
Yes, we did make profit, and yes, we're investing profit
Absolutely.
inside of the
how much are your costs for marketing?
I'll tell you after the year is over, and I'll say.
Yeah.
the-
But
the list.
yeah, I saw that the plan is you're gonna spend a lot of money on the solar one,
Yes, because
BX.
it's something in development. It's
And
normal.
when do you think it's gonna be ready? The next 6 months or?
Yes, sooner than that.
You
Yeah.
gave a date. He gave February 2018. You
Yes.
said.
Okay, yeah. Okay, the other thing is how much you say up to 40%, but do you know actually exactly how much does each from experience how many percent does it save energy each one?
Well, it depends on the user. I mean, if you're the best user of the world, which is saving.
Do you get
which is
some
crazy
feedback
amount-
from
sorry?
people? Do you
Yeah,
have
we get feedback, but what I'm saying is that if you're a regular user, it's going to save up to 40. If you're a user which is all about cost saving, and
Yeah,
all
then
about
it's gonna be more than
optimization,
that?
It's not going to save
No.
40% because you have already optimized your daily routine.
uh-huh. So on average, how many percent do they save?
30%.
30%. And
depends also
the
on
solar
the
one
isolation.
would also do 30% or
Well,
not?
the solar one.
Because this is the guy that actually optimizes, you know, because if he's spending millions on these solar panels, he's gonna try to save every penny, and you're gonna be able to. Are we talking about normal consumers or actually solar plants?
we are talking about normal consumers.
Yeah, because
Those
yeah.
Bitcoin miners, you know, who want
Yeah.
to save energy.
No, so actual solar plants, they will not be. They will already be doing something like what you do. Yeah.
A solar plant does not want to save on energy. A solar plant wants to track his energy and save on
Yes.
the energy that is consumed.
They
So
want
a
to
solar
track
plant
that.
will have a capacity of 15,000 kilowatts per
Yeah.
2 square meters
Yeah.
of panels, and he wants to allocate those 15,000 kilowatts. He's interested in measuring where the 15,000 kilowatts are going and where are the peaks of the 15,000 kilowatts of consumption. When is his consumer is consuming 8,000 kilowatts? He's not interested in his product.
Exactly.
On the other hand, if I have a solar panel on my roof
Yeah.
and it produces 2,000 kilowatts,
Yeah.
and the capacity I need in my house is 3,000 kilowatts,
Yeah.
then I'm interested in his product because his product will manage basically the units that I'm making. And basically when the house is cold, it's
Mhm.
gonna turn on the heater, but it might switch off, for example, something else that was consuming the electricity. It might switch off the coffee machine, it might switch off this, and it will manage my house, basically keeping the consumption in my house, all in all, on 2,000 kilowatts. And this way I'm saving money. Did I understand your concept?
Yes.
That's
Okay.
so
Alright.
the saving is basically somebody who will calculate how efficiently you handle your electricity, right?
Okay.
So for example,
Or heating.
or heating. Okay, so you turn your heating on and you don't want to worry about, oh fuck, I have to wake up at 3 o'clock to close it, or I have to in 2 hours switch the thing on and off. So you regulate it and saying eco-friendly something, and my eco-friendly thing will measure the heating. It will turn it off when it needs to be turned off. It will switch the coffee machine off if it needs to be off if I haven't used it for 5 hours and it's plugged, so it will switch the electricity on it, because even if it's off, it's still sucking out of the energy of the when it's plugged. So basically it works like an isolator for your machines, and it just allocates where the energy should go, and in an efficient way. If you're sitting in the room and you haven't moved in 2 hours, you're asleep, it will turn off the light, for example, right?
Yes.
That's the
It's not doing that at the moment.
No,
I think
but that's the
what-
dream.
Yeah,
And,
that's the dream.
that's the dream.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I also want to ask, you said 40% is the maximum, 30% is average. Is there a minimum, like if someone is actually very much cost?
There's always a minimum. I don't
No,
know.
but you don't know what it is.
I cannot measure that.
But do you think it's at least 10% for everyone or
I
20%?
really cannot measure that.
Okay.
If you're crazy about saving, I don't know what is going to
You'll still be able to save some more because of this. Yeah.
Do you have any office solutions
Yeah.
for that?
office solutions.
Yes,
Like-
companies.
Like for me, I mean, for example, I have an office. I have 2 floors here in the building. I want to save on energy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So-
So what should I buy? This one?
Yes, depends on what kind of heaters at the moment you want to control. What's that?
Heater?
Heater, but yeah, what kind of heater is that?
I have no idea.
I think it's air. Like I think it plays AC in the summer.
I don't know. It's
So it's
a
hot air.
it's a Magnum 70-120. I have no idea what it is. I mean that's the same. I mean that is it because you can imagine. I mean, and because society is to you sell it distributors, and it's a competence of distributors to sell it to the ended customer, to
Yes,
customers,
exactly.
right? So as I understood, if you wanna really scale, you should figure out who's your ended customer because you sell it right now for the distributor, but you're dependent on distributor.
The end customer is, I mean, there are all kinds of end customer.
Yes.
We have a distributor in the Netherlands which is reselling to factories for chocolate.
Okay, but I mean, you can imagine, I'm your ended customer. I want to buy it. I want to buy it right now. I have it cash. I mean, 60, 70 euros or whatever, 100 or.
Yeah.
But could you sell it to me? Because I mean, you sell what kind of heater you have? I don't know. I want to save my energy. What should I do?
Yeah, well, I need to find out what the heater is, and
Okay.
I will answer that question. Otherwise, I can.
But they have all this. I mean, this is a central heater somehow, and this is saying it have it in every single room. I have a couple of them.
Yes,
Could it be
So-
controlled like this?
it could, but I'm not sure whether it's going to be cost effective because
Okay.
at the moment it's more for end consumers.
I am at end consumer.
Yeah, but you're a company and you have one heating unit on the roof probably somewhere.
Okay.
And you have what, 20 heaters or 30 heaters in 30
Yeah.
different rooms. So it's, I mean,
So it's mostly B2C. It's mostly
it's
for
not-
apartments
This
or
one,
something.
this one is not optimized for this kind of work.
No.
It can do it, but you're going to need more devices. So it's going to be more.
So
more than
still,
69.
do you have some offices who are customers?
Yes, we
In
do.
cases.
What percent of your customers are normal households and what percent are offices?
At the moment, the normal household should be around 90%.
And 10% are offices. Yeah. Okay.
It depends also on the
And-
equipment that is available.
Yes, of course.
Like if your house is not equipped or is not well isolated, no matter how much machines you put, if there's a leak in the wall that is getting -10 air in,
Or if you don't have a wall.
or if you don't, or if you don't have a wall, like this is based on a European standard household, which is not the case of every household that you might have in Bulgaria. And I understand why you want to expand.
Yes.
You see,
Okay.
because the market is bigger outside.
Yes,
All
the
right.
market is
So-
bigger outside.
Yep.
Okay.
Cool.
So
So
Thanks
that
for
was
the
about
links.
it, yeah?
Thanks
take
for
more
the
information on both websites,
Yep.
and if you have a couple of more minutes, we can watch the video on YouTube.
Yeah, sure. Let's put a video.
Sorry, it took time.
What
Not
should I
sure what time
search?
it is, but-
What should I search?
It's already 11
Prosmart.
o'clock.
something?
Yes, person.
Prosmart Club Ribalka.
No.
What? So
So
Prosmart.
just
Ayot?
Prosmart. Yeah, thank you. Okay, the first one.
No, it's fun enough.
No,
You should call it "Save Money for Dummies"
Which
or
one?
something like that.
The channel, okay.
Okay, and you can go with this one.
Which?
Yes, this one. So this one is basically for V8, that's another one for this one.
Dobra.
The good thing here is that you know whether your door is open or not.
So if you forgot it open,
You see it on your phone.
So that's about it.
that's,
or-
that's another angle. You can keep your house safe. So basically, does it control theft and stuff like that?
Yes, well, that's what
Ah.
BeSafe does
Okay.
with the
That's another,
sensors.
that's
Super.
another angle. Much
Thanks
more
all.
Okay. So that's
Hello.
yeah. Okay.